I want to know where you are joining the session, today's session. So the reason why I'm talking about that, okay, it's also it's still tailored to what I'll be talking about in today's session. So where are you joining us from? Where are you joining the session today? All right. So are you currently in the UK? Are you in Nigeria? Are you in Canada, like myself? I'm currently based in Canada. So where are you based at the moment? So let's go. All right, Bournemouth, UK. All right, awesome. Liverpool, awesome. Liverpool, let's go. Let's keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. All right, I'm excited to be here. And you can tell from my voice that you know that I'm happy. I'm happy that you came around for the session today. Because if you look at it, today is Saturday. Really, there is nothing that is really tying you to stay in the session or call to even attend the session. All right. So I really want to appreciate you guys taking our time to join the session today. And I promise you, one promise I'll make to you today that I'm going to make from the start of the session is you are going to be learning things that you can start to implement today. Okay. So if you're looking at getting a job, or you're looking at transitioning, or you're looking at either transitioning or whatever you want to call it, but you need a job and you're looking for like a high paying salary job. I've been in that situation before, okay? And I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks that you can start to implement today, not tomorrow, not next week. Things that you can start to implement as soon as possible in order for you to get a job. Now, one thing I will start with also is people overcomplicate certain processes. Now, if you're looking to get to the job, when I relocated initially and I was looking at getting a job, I didn't get a job immediately. And trust me, what did I do? I was trying so many things. Okay, let me see if this one will work. Let me apply with this one. Let me apply with this type of CV. I was trying so many things, and because I was a novice and I did not have any experience applying for jobs in the UK, I didn't get the kind of result I was looking out for. All right, but guess what? Fast forward 10 years after, you see the kind of things that have helped people achieve, and the kind of things that I personally have achieved is all based off certain qualities and certain things I'm going to be sharing with you today. We are not going to be overcomplicating the conversation. I'm going to be very straight to the point. You need to get a job. How do you get a job? Simple, quick, and we're going to be wrapping up the session. So today's session is just going to be about an hour, 30 minutes maximum. Now, bear in mind that this conversation is coming from like a 10-year experience. Okay, it's coming from like 10 years of experience. Now I'm trying to wrap up 10 years of experience into 1 hour or an hour, 30 minutes maximum. So please, I want you guys to listen. If you have a jotter next to you, even me that I'm right, I'm in the session, I have a jotter. So if you have a jotter next to you, get a jotter, get a pen, jot things down so you can take things out of, my neck. So you can take things out of today's session, okay? Jot things down, get a pen, get a jotter, jot things down so you can take things out of this today's session. So even though you'll get access to the recording, I want you to still jot things down. So even at the end of the session, if you have further questions, you can literally draw questions from what we've discussed so far today. All right. So without wasting too much time, okay, let's jump straight into the session. Who is excited here, guys? Who's excited? Who's excited? Let me see the people that are excited like myself. So give me a 1 in the chat if you're excited to be here, guys. If you're excited to be here, give me a number 1. A number 1. Big one. 001. Give me a big 001. Okay. Noel, how are you? How are you doing today? I can see your face. You're the only person I can see. So, fantastic. Thumbs up. Awesome. Good to have you here, Noel. All right, so let's jump into today's conversation. Today's conversation is very plain and simple and straight to the point. Now, your visa is about to expire, or even if your visa is not even about to expire. But the key thing here is steps you can take to land a full-time job in the UK, a full-time role in the UK. So if your visa is about to expire, what do you need to do today in order for you to get a job? Now, if your visa is not even about to expire, but what can you start to do today in order for you to get a job in the UK? How do you think it's difficult? Now, let me even ask you before we start the session, how difficult is it to get a job in the UK? I want you to rank it from 1 being the least to a 10. So if it is very hard to get a job, it should be a 10. If it's not that hard, it should be a 1. So I want you to rank it now. Getting a job in the UK, 10 or 1, ranking from 1 to 10, what would it be? Put it in the chat. Let me see. Let me see what you guys think about this. Okay? Put it in the chat. 10. Fantastic. I love this. Ooh, I love it. I love demystifying stuff. I love demystifying stuff. So you see, when I see 10, I'm happy because it means that a lot of people think that it's very difficult to get a job in the UK. It's hard. You need to be a genius. You need to have a golden egg in order for you to get a job. You need a silver bullet. All right, fantastic. I love this. I love it. I honestly love this. I love that. I love the fact that you guys are saying, 10. You're saying it was very hard. I love that, honestly. That makes today's session a bit more tailored to suit you better. Okay? So let's go straight into it. Now, without wasting too much time, I know majority of us are joining the session for the first time, so I'm going to do just a brief introduction to what Amdari is all about. So Amdari, to put it very simple English, Amdari provides you with relevant work experience. Now, when you look at the market, when you look at the job market in today's world, okay, experience is the new code. Everybody's looking at, I need somebody that needs experience. And I usually use this example every class or every session I try to have. Now, you as a person, you want to fix your laptop. Something happens, something goes wrong with your laptop or your mobile phone or your phone, all right? And you want to fix it. Maybe the screen gets broken or a keypad is not working properly or something. You want to fix your laptop, you want to fix your phone. Would you give your phone to somebody that has no experience? No, I don't think you would. You wouldn't. You won't give your device to someone that has no experience in fixing that particular product. Okay? So you see, that's the way it is in the job market today. Nobody wants to give somebody a job if they've not done it before. Okay? If you can't show that you have experience in this particular space before, why should I give you a job? Okay? So you see, a lot of beginners or a lot of immigrants or a lot of people that are looking at getting a job, especially in the UK, are stuck because they are looking for what we call UK work experience. Now, the puzzling question everybody has is, where do you get this experience? Where are you supposed to get it? At least give me a job. Let me even do the job for 3 months so I can get experience and I can use that experience to start getting other jobs and all that. All right. But you see, nobody's willing to give you a chance. All right. Nobody gave me a chance, to be honest with you. I'm going to introduce myself in a second. Nobody gave me a chance. Nobody said, if a man, all right, we just we have a feeling that you're going to do great in this job. So, let me give you a chance to get a job. Nobody will give you a chance. So the puzzling question everybody has is, I've relocated to the UK. Okay. I've worked before in Nigeria or in Ghana or whatever place you're coming from. All right. How do I get experience? Okay, that is relevant to the UK job market. Guess what? That's where Amdari comes in. That's where Amdari opens the curtain and says that, hello guys, we are here. We would help you get experience in data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, and across cybersecurity. So you see, that's exactly the problem that we are solving. And to be honest with you, I'm going to share some testimonials with you to show you the effect and the work that we have done in helping people land jobs within the tech space. All right. Now moving on. Who is this guy that is talking to you today? Who is this man? You get me? All right. My name is Ifemena Ipro. All right. And I'm an experienced professional. I'm an experienced tech professional. So, and I never used to have experience before. Okay. I studied economics in university. So some of us, majority of us on the call probably studied something similar or different, non-technical. All right. So you studied botany, you studied whatever. So I studied economics. It had nothing to do with tech. All right. Even after I finished university, I'm moving to getting my first job. Guess what? My first job was also in management consulting. Also, nothing that has to do with tech. All right. So you see, while I was working as a consultant, that's when I saw that, okay, there was a boom. Everybody was talking about tech, and all that. Even though there were not so many articles back in the days, I read a particular article, and I'm going to share that article with you today. All right. This article I read 10 years ago, and that was what informed my decision about going into the data space. I'm going to share that document with you guys today. All right. So if you want to get access to the slides, the materials, and all these conversations that we're having, please fill the attendance With the attendance, we're going to send you the link to the file, to all these documents I'm going to be sharing with you, and also the recording of today's session. So please do well to fill the attendance form. All right. So I read these documents 10 years ago. I read the document 10 years ago. And guess what? They were talking about data. Data is the new oil. Data is, data science is the sexiest job of the future. Obviously, as a management consultant, okay, I needed something that was better. I needed more flexibility with my job. If you know any consultants, you know the kind of hours you put into work. All right. So I wanted something to be more relaxed. I didn't want to interface with clients on a daily basis and all that. So you see, that was where exactly I was coming from. Okay. So non-technical. I studied economics, was working as a management consultant. Then I read the article talking about data and all that. And, I wanted to become a data scientist. All right. I wanted to become a data professional. So I was staying in Lagos, Nigeria back in the days. Okay. So, I started learning, I started reading, I started watching videos on YouTube, I started paying for courses and all that. Long story short, it took me 2 solid years. So you see a lot of people today, they try for 2 months. They're tired. They tried for 2 months. I've been learning for the past 2 months. I've not gotten any offer. I'm not getting any job. I did mine for 2 years in order for me to get my first job. My first job was 2 years. It took me that long in order for me to get my first job. But you see, I got that first job. And, when I got that first job, I was asking myself this question. Why did it take me 2 years to get this job? Why? Okay? And that's really what gave birth to Amdari today. Okay, that's what really gave birth to Amdari today. It shouldn't take you this long to get a job. We overcomplicate conversations around getting a job. As immigrants in a new country, we overcomplicate it. Oh, is it my first name? Is it my name? Is it the way my name is spelled? So when people see my name, they know I'm not a UK resident or I'm not English, so I'm not going to get an offer. Okay, or is it because I've not worked in the country, that's why I've not been able to get the job? You see, these are rationales that we have made. Oh, I don't have a computer science degree. Oh, I don't have a master's. Oh, I don't have a certificate. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. We all rationalize all these things and think that this is the reasons why we have not gotten a job. But guess what? That's not the reason. And I'm going to expose those reasons to you today in today's session. All right. So currently, in my experience, I've worked as a data analyst, I've worked as a data scientist, I've worked as a data engineer, I've worked as a Power Platform developer, I've led analytics for several UK firms, also some US firms, and now currently based in Canada. I do the same leading, data science, data analytics, and also implementing AI for several startups here in Canada. All right, so that's what I do at the moment. But you see, the reason why I'm sharing my experience is so that you can learn from it. Coming from a non-technical place, learning for 2 years, getting my first job, and then scaling from there. Okay, so that's my experience. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys will be like, oh, if Imena is you're just one of those people, like, you're just able to do it. Okay, it's difficult, it's hard. I've tried it, but don't worry. That's why we're here today. So this is Kunle. Okay, all right. So everybody that is here today, you probably have 4 questions. You probably don't know the 4 questions, but I'm going to tell you the 4 questions that you have today. All right. Well, anyways, let me see. If you're excited to be here, I love excitement. Okay, if you're excited to be here, give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up, guys. I want you guys to flow with me. Flow with me. I want you to flow with me. Flow with me. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I love this. I need more thumbs up. This thumbs up are too small for me. I need 5 billion thumbs up if we need to move forward. Yes. 5 billion thumbs up. All right, awesome. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm pretty sure you guys have 4 questions that you have to answer. You have 4 questions. You probably don't know the question. I'm going to tell you the questions that you have. Okay. So number one question is, what careers guarantee I get a job or sponsorship? What careers guarantees I get a job or sponsorship? That's the first question. Now, when I was in the UK also, that was a puzzling question I was asking myself, even though I knew obviously data was one of the major careers that would guarantee me sponsorship. But a lot of people really don't know what careers guarantees that you get work sponsorship at the end of your master's or whatever your time in the UK. Now, the next thing is, what visa opportunities can I explore? My visa is about to expire. Jesus. What can I do? What should I do? What are the other opportunities that exist today that you need to explore? All right. I'm pretty sure that's another question you have. Now, the next question is, what companies can I target for sponsorship? What companies can I target for sponsorship? So if you're here today and you're looking for sponsorship and you're wondering, how do I get sponsorship? Majority of the job boards don't have sponsorship jobs anymore. They don't put sponsorship on the website. So if you go to any job board, LinkedIn, Indeed, read.co.uk, CV Library, majority of them don't put sponsorship anymore. So how do I apply? How do I know the companies that can actually sponsor me? Do you understand? So those are the questions most people have, and that's exactly what we are going to be talking about in today's session. Now, the last question is, how can Amdari help me? How can Amdari help me? That's a posing question, another posing question. You've taken out time on a Saturday to listen to one guy wearing a white cap and a white shirt, speaking with slides. How can all this conversation you're speaking about, how can these things help me get a job in the UK? And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's session. Now, 4 questions, and these are the 4 questions. Now, do you guys, are these the 4 questions you want me to answer in today's session? Let me know, put a 1 in the chat if these are the 4 questions you want me to answer. So I will answer them one after the other. The more ones I get, the more excited I'm about to, unleash advices and things that you need to know. Give me a 1 in the chat if these are the 4 questions that you want me to answer. So like I said, I like a lot of interaction. Okay, I love interaction. So I'm going to ask you for 1 so that you can, you're following, or nobody's giving me a 1 in the chat. Not a single person. Okay, it's coming now. It's coming. Small. All right, let's go. So these are the 4 questions that you need answers to. What career guarantees you a job? Now, that would link to the next question. That would lead to the next question. Because if you know the careers that can guarantee you a job, then you can know the visa opportunities that you need to explore. Then you can know the kind of companies you need to target. And then Amdari comes in to swoop in and save the day. So let's fire away, okay? Now, what careers guarantees I get a job or sponsorship? So some of you here today might not be looking for sponsorship. So that's another aspect. Okay. Some of us are just looking for a job. I just need to get a job. I need to get a better job. All this, night shift and all this shift, working hours every week. I want more flexibility. I want to be in Cancun. I want to be in Mexico. I want to be traveling the world while I am still working. Do you understand? I want that kind of flexibility in my career. Or some people are just, I need sponsorship. I need a company to sponsor me today. That's the posing question that you're having. So how do you identify the career, and how do you get sponsorship or even getting a job? How do you move from interest to getting a job? That's what we're looking at. How do you move from career to job sponsorship, or getting a job or getting sponsorship? Now I'm going to ask a little bit of questions, okay? And that will direct me to what you need to do today, okay? Now, the first question I'm going to ask you is, you need to do a skill audit. You need to audit yourself, okay? You need to audit yourself, and you need to be factual with yourself, all right? You need to be factual with yourself. What skills do you have, and how relevant are they, all right? So the thing is, we are very skilled as immigrants in a new country. We are smart. We have done our masters. We've done our BSc. We have probably done a couple of jobs in the past and all that. That's smart. But you see, working a job and having a skill is 2 different things. Now, let me digress a little bit. I was speaking to one of my mentees just a couple of months ago. All right. And the guy was a project coordinator in Nigeria. He worked as a project coordinator in Nigeria. And, I was asking him, okay, yeah, that's a good job title. He started as a project intern. From project intern, he moved into, a coordinator role. From coordinator, assumed the position of a project coordinator, so on and so forth. So he was leading his own projects and all that, So I was asking him the question, like, what skills do you have? What kind of things, first of all, what technology and technological skills do you have? And, the guy could barely mention any technology. He knows how to use Excel. I was like, oh, can you use Excel for analysis? No. Can you use Excel? So it just uses Excel for just tracking. So you can put in numbers, you can create tables and all that. So you really can't use Excel for analysis. You can't really use, you don't know all the functions. You don't know the important functions to use in Excel. All right. So it really doesn't know all that. But he was using Excel, when he was working as a project coordinator to track and to report and so on and so forth. But he never used it the most optimal way possible. So some of us today might say that, oh, I know how to use Excel. Oh, I know how to use this particular technology, but how efficient is that particular skill? How efficient is it? Some of us might say that, oh, I know how to use a particular technology. Okay, but is that technology, is it relevant in the UK? All right. Oh, I know how to do this particular thing. This is what I used to do, but is it relevant in the current country where you are? So do a skill audit. You need to be honest with yourself. So when you look at the career path that you want to go into, ask yourself this question: what skills do I have? Don't be saying, oh, I think I have, or I think I. No, you need to be very honest with yourself, because honesty is the first thing that will set you up for success when you're looking at getting a job. You need to be honest with yourself. Do I have skills that are relevant in this country? Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure some of us will have two questions, will have answers, okay? So some of us answers will be, I don't have any skills. I don't have any relevant skills. I literally just, honestly, I was coasting in Nigeria and I felt like UK is going to be a greener pasture. So I felt like when I come to the UK, I will just wing it and see what I can do, all right? Some of us don't even have any career, even when we're in our home country, and we relocated to the UK thinking that things will just be rosy. But in this part of the world, okay, skills first. It's skills first at the end of the day. So if you don't have any relevant skills, we're going to talk to that, okay? If you have relevant skills, we're also going to talk to that. Well, based on your skill audit, you're going to fall into these two brackets. Is either you don't have or you have, okay? Now, if you don't have, one advice I'll tell you today is focus on acquiring skills and experience. See, anything that has to do with certification, leave it alone for now. All right. And I'll tell you the reason why as we go on, as we proceed. I'll tell you the reason why you need to hold off on certification. So all those certification that you're thinking of writing, you want to go and pay money to go pay for classes, you want to go and pay money to get a certificate, hold on. Okay. Hold on that one first. Okay. So if you don't have relevant skills, now, the only thing that you can do for yourself is focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. Now, remember, we have not spoken about the careers that guarantees you a job. We have not spoken about that. I will shed more light on that as we go on. So focus on acquiring skills and experience in the career path that guarantees you a job. Now, for the people that have skills, you say you have skills. Now, are these skills for in-demand or sponsorship jobs? That's another question. So you might be good in something else that is not even relevant to you getting a job or getting sponsorship in the UK. So it's give or take. It's not useful. All right. So are these skills that you have? Are they for in-demand roles, in-demand jobs? When I talk about in-demand jobs, I'm basically talking about jobs that are constantly being recruited for. So if you go on the job board today and you type in a particular job title, you would see a couple of jobs that will appear. Or you put in another job title that resembles it, another level of jobs application would appear. So you see, that's in demand. They're constantly in demand. Okay, so in the market, they are constantly in demand. So these are relevant skills. Are they for in-demand jobs, or just I don't know what, like, are they just skills that you think that you have? Well, are they tailored to in-demand jobs or jobs that can actually guarantee you sponsorship? That's the posing question. That's the question you need to be honest with yourself. Now, you see where we started from, doing a skill audit. If you don't have experience, please focus on skill and experience. Two things alone: skills and experience. Now, if you have relevant skills, two things. If you have relevant skill, is that particular skill, is it for an in-demand job or a sponsorship job? Now, if you honestly don't know, that's fine. If you honestly don't know, focus on acquiring skills and experience in the career paths that guarantees you a job. Now, if you don't know the skills that you have, okay, the skills that you currently have, if you don't know if it is for in-demand or sponsorship job, all I will advise you today, focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees your job. Now, if your skills fit both criteria, so that if your two skills, your skills that you have, fits the criteria of in-demand job and sponsorship job, fantastic, that's brilliant. But the problem is you're still not getting a job. So something has to be the problem. Now, the question I would ask you is, do you have relevant experience? Do you have? So you have the skills, fantastic. You know you're a cybersecurity professional, you're a project manager, you are this, you know how to use the technologies and so on and so forth. Now, if you have the skills, but you're finding it difficult to get a job, now the question I'm going to ask you is, do you have relevant work experience? Do you have relevant experience? The answer is either going to be a yes or a no. Okay? Is yes, and you have experience. Oh, yes, I have experience. I've worked on projects, I've done this, I've done that, I've done that. I've done that in my own country, I've done it in Nigeria, I've done it in Ghana, Sierra Leone, South Africa, I've done it in my own country. Okay? But another answer could be no. All right? Another answer could be no. But let's even address the yes answer. So if you have the skills, okay, and the skills fit into in-demand or sponsorship job, perfect. That's beautiful. You've solved 50% of your problem already. If you have the skills, you have solved 50% of your problem. Now, if your skills fit into that criteria, in-demand or sponsorship jobs, then you've solved about 70% of your problem. And the main part is experience. Now, if you have experience, but you have still not been able to get a job, what do you do? What did I say you should do? Focus on having a great CV, great LinkedIn profile, and have great interviewing skills. So if you have experience, you have the skills, you have experience, but you are still finding it difficult to get a job, what I would say today is have a great CV, have a great LinkedIn profile, and have a great interviewing skills. All right. So you see, a lot of people today in the UK are finding it difficult to get a job, not because they're not skilled, not because they don't have experience, but because they have a terrible CV. They have a terrible CV. Terrible CV is that's just telling me me just telling you that you are not putting yourself forward. You're not expressing yourself in the right way to get recruiters to look at you. Okay? So if you're applying for jobs today and in like 10, 15 minutes, you're getting rejection emails, all right? And you can clearly see that I can do this job. This job that they put on the job description, I can do it. But you apply for that job and you're getting rejected, it means there's a mismatch between your CV and the job that you applied for. Okay, so having a great CV, having a great LinkedIn profile would save you so much application time. Okay, will save you so much application time. Now, let me digress a little bit. So you see, when I was working, when I relocated initially, I relocated to Ireland. So my first country I relocated to was Ireland. Okay, not Republic of Ireland, not Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. So Dublin, Athlone, what do you call those places? Cork and the rest of them. So I was in Athlone at the time. So you see, I did my master's in data analytics and data science. Okay, that was my master's. So you see, I had already worked as a management consultant. As a consultant, you're not coming from a bare minimum role. I'm coming from management consulting. You get so I'm doing my master's again. I felt on top of the world that if I start applying for jobs, I'll be hot cake. I'm hot cake. I should be able to get interviews. Voila, started applying for jobs. Another mistake I made was I started applying towards the end of my master's program. Started applying towards the end. So I was a bit desperate because my visa was about to expire. I didn't want to pay money for visa application, blah, 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 and all that. Those kind of things that we all find ourselves inside. All right. So I started applying for jobs. I packaged myself, had a great CV, started throwing out application. Guess what? Made I felt like I had good experience. I had all the things I could put in. Started applying for jobs, and I was hit with so many rejection emails. So many rejection emails. I'll tell you, I'll apply for a job, and in like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, I am getting an instant rejection email. And I'm like, is the HR person sitting down? And when my application came in, was there somebody that read my CV immediately and gave me a rejection email? It made no sense. So you see, one thing that changed that, one thing. So take your one thing I learned back then was that break down the problem into small pieces. Break down the problem into small pieces. You want to get a job. In order for you to get a job, you must get interviews. All right? You must get interviews. Now, how do you get interviews? You apply for a job. Your CV matches the job. Okay? Your CV matches the job. That is when they move you to the interview stage. So the first thing I needed to solve was my CV. So you see, I spent months, okay? Eventually I had to get a mentor that would help me with my CV. And you see, immediately my CV started getting, attention. I started getting interviews. So I started with 1 interview, to 2 interviews, to 3 interviews in a week, to 5 interviews in a week, to 2 interviews in a day. Do you understand? Like that. And that's literally how I was able to get my first job. Okay? So break down the problem into smaller pieces. And that's what I'm doing for you today. Focus on your CV. If you have experience, you have the skills, you have all the things, but you're not getting offer, focus on your CV first of all. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. All right? But if your answer is a no, okay, if your answer is a no, all right, so what I would say is, if it's a no, what do I say? Focus on experience. Acquire the relevant experience that you need. So you have the skills. Your skills fit into the in-demand or sponsorship job criteria. Okay, you have the skills. Your skills are perfect. Okay, but you don't have experience. You don't have experience. What do I say? Acquire experience. Focus on experience. Don't even focus on the skill. Focus on acquiring experience, industry experience. Now, using that, after you finish getting your experience, focus on having a great CV and LinkedIn profile and interviewing skills, and then we can start talking about landing that job that you're looking for. Okay? So now, looking at this timeline, looking at this flow, this mini process flow that I've designed for you, I've taken out time to design for you. Do you understand where you are at this point in time? Let me ask you this question. Do you know where you are right now? Just put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat. I want to know. Okay? So put a yes in the chat. Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are currently? Put a yes in the chat. I want to know. I want to know if you know exactly where you know. Some people don't know where they are. Okay. All right. Let me see. Some people don't know where they are. Okay. Some people don't know where they are. So they don't know where they belong to. So they've not done a skill audit. Okay. So asking yourself that question, what skills do you have right now? Is it that you don't have skills or you have skills? Is either of those two. All right. So if I should ask Jennifer or Sai, Jennifer, do you have skills? What skills do you have? Okay. Okay. I know how to cook. I know how to, I know how to use Excel. The skills that you have today, is it relevant in getting a sponsorship job or an in-demand job? That's the posing question. Okay. But anyways, we're just starting. We're just getting started. Okay. We're just getting started. Now, please, what I would say again, somebody's asking about the slides. Please do well to fill the attendance form. The video recording, the materials I'm using, I'm sharing with you right now, the slides, and also other documents I'm going to share with you today. You will get access to every single thing. Just fill the attendance form. Okay. So now let's move on from here. Okay. So we've seen the progression that we went through. Do your skill audits. It's either you have a job or you don't have a job. Okay. Is either you have skills or you don't have skills. Housekeeping, guys. Housekeeping, just to ensure that everybody is muted. Okay, please, Toby, please ensure everybody's muted and nobody can unmute himself so we don't have any, interruption. So skill audits, do a skill audit. Okay, is it that you have the relevant skills or you don't have the relevant skills? All right, just give me a second. I want to quickly get a pointer so it's easy for me to point when I'm presenting. Okay. All right, so is it that you have skills or you don't have the skills? So if you don't have the skills, what did I say you should do? Focus on acquiring skills and experience. Now, if you have relevant skills, are your skills for in-demand or sponsored jobs? if you honestly don't know, I would say you should focus on acquiring skills and experience in the career path that guarantees your job. All right. Now, if your skills meet both criteria, do you have experience? If you don't have experience, focus on acquiring experience. If you have experience, I would say focus on, having a great CV, having a great LinkedIn profile, being able to interview properly. Those are the key factors that will guarantee you a job. So you're moving from career and you're moving to your job, okay? /sponsorship. That's exactly what we have done. We've spoken about so far. So now, let's bring on focusing on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. Focus on acquiring skills and experience. Okay, two things: skill and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. Now, when you bring these four things together, skill, experience, career, a job that guarantees you a job. Now, this was a document I read, 10 years ago. All right. I read this document 10 years ago. This same document was in 2015-ish. Yeah, 2015. All right. And at the time, I was just starting my consulting job at the time when I read this document. And it was the Future of Jobs report. Now, this is one of the most detailed documents that you would ever read about the future of job. Okay, the future, and I use this for majority of my sessions. So you see, it's a future of job reports. So I'm going to click on it. You see, click here to download. That's part of the reason why I said you should fill the attendance form, because if you fill the attendance form, you'll get access to this document that I'm sharing with you today. All right. So you see, it's the Future of Jobs report created by the World Economic Forum. It's a 290-page document talking about the Future of Jobs report. All right, so I'm not going to waste too much time, okay? But I'll summarize it in my session today. But I mean, if you get access to if you fill the attendance, we send the document to you. You can click on it and you can read it yourself, okay? All right, but I'll summarize it here for you, okay? So now, based on the Future of Jobs report, okay, choosing an in-demand career path, choosing an in-demand career path. The Future of Jobs report, breaking it down into in-demand career path. Now, remember, the key thing is your visa is about to expire. You don't have 5 years in order for you to get a job. You don't even have 2 years like I did, all right? You don't have 2 years in order for you to get a job. The key thing here is we're focusing on certain things, which is, the focus is, before your visa expires, how can you get a job? So, timing is of the essence. Timing is important in making a decision, okay? So, and that's exactly what we looked at. Learning convenience, something you can currently where you are, at this point in time where you are, you can learn this skill, okay? You can learn it. You can start to implement, okay? That's the first aspect that we focused on. So in choosing a career path that you can use in getting a job in the UK today, all right, number one is learning convenience. It has to be convenient for you, all right? If you're not a programmer, you don't know how to code, fantastic, that's okay. There are career paths that will fit into you. If you don't like to talk to people, you're not a people person like myself, okay, which a lot of people will say is a lie. But I don't like a role which has me constantly talking to people. That's not the kind of career path I wanted, all right? So all those things are things that we're looking at, that we looked into. Learning convenience, something that you can easily learn. Number two is ease of transitioning. Ease of transitioning, that's the key thing all of us are looking for. Ease of transitioning. You can get a job. You can be a customer rep today, and the next thing you are working as in this particular career path. There's a demand, and that's why we called it in-demand roles that are constantly in demand, okay? So ease of transitioning, you can get a job, okay? So no matter how many people are currently learning that same skill, you can get a job. That's exactly what we're talking about, ease of transitioning. And the last one is high salary. High salary is important when you're looking at sponsorship in the UK. All right, that's why that one is there. Okay, apart from sponsorship, okay, you say you want to flex, you want to have a good time, you want to have a career path that pays you well. But in the same vein, the UK wants you to actually earn well in order for you to get sponsorship. Okay, does anybody know the salary you need to get sponsorship in the UK? Let me see. Do you know how much you need to earn to get a sponsored job in the UK? All right. Do you know? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Yes. And tell me, you said yes. So tell me. I did. Yep, 38K. So 41,700, 41,000, 41,000. So yeah, I mean it varies across different career paths. Okay, I'm going to talk about that briefly in today's session. All right, I'll expose it. Don't worry. Some of us are saying 41. Some people are saying 38. Some people are saying 42. I would explain it in today's session. Don't worry. So you see, high salary is a major determinant for you getting a good role or you getting sponsorship in the UK. So you see, taking into consideration these this path, learning convenience, you can easily learn means you can easily get a job. I won't use the word easily, but you can get a job. Okay, you can learn it, you can get a job, and the salaries are high. So these are the things that we looked at, and we landed on 8 distinctive career paths. We landed on 8 distinctive career paths. Number 1 is the role of a data analyst. Number 2 is the role of a data scientist. Number 3 is data engineering. Number 4 is business analysis. Number 5 is project manager. Number 6, we have SOC analyst, which is under cybersecurity. We have GRC analyst, which is also under cybersecurity. And we have ethical hacking and penetration testing, which is also under cybersecurity. So these are the 8 career paths that we focused on because of these 3 things that we have here: learning convenience, ease of transitioning, and high salary rates. So 8 career paths that you can choose from today that guarantees you get a job quickly. Okay? That guarantees you a job and also guarantees you sponsorship. Data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, SOC analyst, GRC analyst, and ethical and penetration testing. These were the 8 career paths that we picked. Now, we didn't pick this randomly, and I'll show you exactly how we were able to select it. Now, based on that document I shared with you, the Future of Jobs Report, the Future of Jobs Report. Now, there's a part there that talks about jobs that will grow, okay, jobs that will grow and jobs that will decline. So you see job growth and decline from 2025 to 2030. So this is where we picked our 8 career paths from. So they were not randomized. It wasn't randomly selected to say that, oh, any, mini, money, more, mother, other, and all that. We didn't do all that. Okay, it wasn't a random selection. We selected it based off this particular table that we have here today. Jobs that will grow and jobs that will decline. So now, if you want to know the job that will decline, I would say you should come here and come and look at all these job roles that we have here. And then you know exactly if you are currently there, you know your job is going to decline in the next couple of years. All right? But we're not focusing on declining jobs. We're focusing on jobs that will continue to grow. So you look at it here. Okay? So you see, look at these roles: big data specialist, data warehousing specialist, data engineer, clearly written out, and you have database and network professional. All these 4 career paths falls into the domain of data engineering. And that's why we selected data engineering. Okay? That's why we selected data engineering. Then the next part again, we have AI and machine learning specialist. Okay? We have, data warehousing specialist. Okay, sorry. We have AI and machine learning specialist. We have data analyst and scientists clearly spelled out. We also have cybersecurity, which has security management specialist. We have information security analyst. We also have networking professional. So you see, that's the reason why we selected data engineering, data analytics and data science, and cybersecurity. Okay. Now the last one, we also have organization development specialist, which is also an arm under data analytics, which is HR analytics, which is barely just what we call analytics, analytical career path. Okay. Now, for business analysts, you see we have business digital transformation specialist, and we also have process automation specialist. Now, these 2 career paths fit into the role of a business analyst. Okay? So you see, these are not randomized career paths that we selected. These were based on, research and what is in demand. Okay? And that's not still all. Other career paths: business intelligence analyst, sales and marketing professional. We have supply chain and logistics specialist. We have management and organization analyst, which falls into the domain of data analytics and data science. So we also have database architects. We have training and development specialists, which falls into analytics again. All right. So you see, these are career paths that we have taken the time to for you to start learning. All right. And if you have skills in this career path, fantastic. You have done a great stuff for yourself. Now, I'm not talking about skills that are, there's level to skills that you have. Okay. So if you say you even have skills, we need to rate the quality of your skill that you say you have. Okay. So, anyways, we're moving on. Now, let me ask the question. Now, looking at these 8 career paths, is your career path within the 8 career paths that we discussed? Is your current career path within the 8 career paths that we discussed just now? Let me see. Just put a yes or give me a thumbs up if the career paths that you are looking at getting into is among the 8 that were selected. Either type a yes or just give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right, fantastic. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we have quite a number of people on track already. Beautiful. Now let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing. Now, if you know the career path that's guaranteed, you have selected the career path that you are looking at getting into. And the next question is, what visa opportunities can you currently explore? What visa opportunities can you explore? So now you are a data analyst, data scientist, you have these skills, you want to get a sponsored job, you want to remain in the UK. What strategies, what visa opportunities can you explore today? Not tomorrow, not next month, not next year. Okay? Because your visa is going to expire. So timing is of the essence. Okay. Number 1 is the skilled worker visa. And that's the one that that's the most popular one. All right. The skilled worker visa. So that's the one that, you finish your master's, you do a 1-year master's, then you get 2 years to remain in the country to get sponsored jobs. Okay. To get a job that will sponsor you to remain in the UK. Now, number 2 is the global talent visa. Now, that one comes in 2 parts, and I'm going to explain that also. All right. Number 3 is the innovator founder visa. Now, some of you might be thinking, do I need to start a business? Do I need to? Don't worry, we'll talk about that. Okay. And the 4th and the last one, which is a lot of people don't know this one, scale up visa. There is a scale up visa that exists currently today that you could also explore. So number 1, skilled worker visa. Number 2, GTV, global talent visa. Number 3, innovator founder visa. And number 4, scale up visa. Now, if you're still excited, guys, you see what I've done for you guys. If you're excited, give me a thumbs up. I need 70 billion thumbs up if you're excited to be in today's session. 70 billion. If I don't get 70 billion thumbs up, we are currently on 10 million thumbs up. We are almost getting to 3 billion. Okay, 3 billion thumbs up. Okay, we're almost there. Feels like we're auctioning. All right. So we have 4 visa opportunities that we can explore today. All right. And I think, I wish somebody did this for me when I was in the UK or when I was in Ireland. Okay, what opportunities exist that you can explore and so on and so forth. Even though I was able to get 1, okay, but still, that's the reason why we are doing what we're doing today. So we have 4 visa opportunities you can explore. Now let's take them one after the other. Now today's session is going to be practical. I'm not just going to show you. I'm going to actually tell you what you can start to do today, not tomorrow. So I want you to listen to this part very well. And I also want you to fill the attendance form. So my colleagues are dropping the attendance form. Okay, so please fill the attendance form so you can get access to the recording and you can start to implement this by your time, in your own time. So fill the attendance and get access to the materials, the recording of the session. So number 1, skilled worker visa. That's the first one. That's the one that we all know. Everybody knows this one. This is one that you finish your master's, you need to get a job in 2 years that would sponsor you to remain in the country. Now, a lot of people will go to other means to get sponsorship, either go to the care space or go to other roles that would give them, sponsorship. Maybe not the kind of salary they're looking for, but, I can stay back in the UK. All right. So there are 3 requirements for the skilled worker visa. Number one is job offer and sponsorship. Number two is eligible occupation. And number three is minimum salary. There is a minimum salary, minimum, the least salary. So you see, in order for job visa, first of all, the company has to be on the list, of valid sponsorship, has to be on the list of companies that can actually sponsor you. So not every company in the UK can sponsor you. So you cannot know a friend of yours has a business and you feel like that business, I can go and meet my cousin or my friend and tell the person that, do you know what, can you sponsor me to remain in the UK? It doesn't work that way, all right? There is a threshold and there's a list of companies that can sponsor you in the UK. Now, eligible occupation, this is likely going to change in the future. There was a white paper that was released about a couple of months ago. All right, this will likely change. And the reason why we have sessions like this is also update you on the things that will change in the future. All right, so eligible occupation. And these are the things that we also thought about when we were selecting those 8 career paths I showed you earlier. That's the reason why we selected it also. Eligible occupation. So we're going to talk about that. And the last but not the least is minimum salary. And this is why the tech space is becoming more rampant. This is why a lot of people are picking up interest in going into the tech space, because what other career path guarantees you, this kind of salary range within the UK? All right. Sorry. Now, I was speaking to somebody just a couple of days ago, all right? And the lady is a nurse, and we're talking about, salary thresholds. And she was like, when I told her that the minimum for sponsorship, we're talking about sponsorship and all that, and she was like, oh, and I mentioned that it was 38,700, very minimum, depending on the career path. But the threshold is for sponsorship, the salary has to be a minimum of £38,700. And she was like, oh, do you know some doctors don't even earn up to that? Do you know some nurses don't even work and earn up to that in the UK? And that's coming from a nurse, and she has a wealth of experience working in the UK. And I was like looking at it. Do you know what? Yeah, there are quite a number of nurses, and there are probably quite a number of people within the healthcare space that don't earn up to 30K. Do you get it? So you mean if you're looking at getting sponsorship, the major target for you should be the tech career path, should be a tech career path, if you're looking to get a sponsorship in the UK. So now let's go into the practical aspect without wasting too much time. All right. So what companies can you target? What companies can you target for sponsorship? What companies can you target for sponsorship? This is the time where you fill the attendance form, because I'm going to be showing you practical stuff that you need to have, that you can fall back on. So what did I say here? Use everything here to strategize on how to land a sponsored job. All right, use everything here. So if you've not filled the attendance, go and fill it now, so you can get access to the recording and the materials that we're using in today's session. Now, why is the material important? All these boxes, there are links in there. So once you get the recording, once you get the material, just click on it. Click on these boxes. It will take you to the web page that has everything in there. Okay, so I'm going to bring on my browser now, and we're going to do a little bit of practical on how to identify companies that you can target for sponsorship. Now, let's get started. Now, the first one is click here to download the register of licensed sponsored workers. So I'm going to click on this button. It opens up in my browser, and let's take a look at it. Now, register of licensed sponsors. Like I mentioned, it's not every organization that can sponsor you in the UK. So some of you might get a job and you figure out 6 months later that this office, this company that is, and it happened to me. So I got a job with one company in the UK. All right. Now I had a very risk. I did a little bit of, because I wanted to come to Canada. I wanted to be in Canada. So I knew Ireland was not the point of my destination. I knew like UK wasn't like a major destination for me. All right. I wanted to come to Canada. That's where I was coming to. So my journey started in Ireland, moved to the UK, from UK to Canada. So you see, when I was in the UK, even though my Canada stuff had not come out, I'd gotten a job that offered me sponsorship. Okay. But somebody told me about something, about how to make more money in the UK. And as a young professional, I wanted to make more. Yeah, that's why I'm working. All right. I wanted to make more money. So I left the job that was sponsoring me, okay, for another contract role. It was a 9-month contract for one of the largest, logistics supply chain company in the UK. So I left for that 9-month contract. So it was when I was, even the job I had gotten that had gave me sponsorship, initially it was a contract role, but upon expiring the visa, upon about 6 months into the contract role, I asked my boss if I could be sponsored. And, I felt like every company in the UK could sponsor, so they sponsored me. So moving to the next company, I felt it was going to be the same thing. So I left that job that was sponsoring me to another job that wasn't sponsoring. It was a 9-month contract. Salary was beautiful. And I felt like, okay, do you know what? Let me just earn as much as I can. All right. So I was working on that job. Now, it was a 6-month contract. 3-4 months into the role, I've, spoke to my team lead like I did before. Can I get a job that will sponsor me? Can I, get sponsorship with the organization? I was already, because I was a main player. I was implementing. I was leading a particular project, digital transformation for this organization. So I was important. Do you understand? But the person was not telling me, oh, this particular organization doesn't sponsor. And I was looking at it like, this large corporation in the UK, you don't sponsor. Are you joking? Is it a joke? And eventually, when I stumbled upon this particular document, and that's when I started to look at, are there companies that can actually sponsor you? And that's why I stumbled upon the register of licensed sponsor. So this is a list of, it's a big document, 11 megabytes, okay? It's an Excel sheet, okay? So it was downloaded, okay? So just click on this link, it will download automatically, okay? So it's an Excel sheet of all the companies in the UK that can sponsor you. Don't you find that interesting? Give me a thumbs up if you find that interesting. Let me see. It's a list of all the companies in the UK that can sponsor you, that can sponsor your visa. Now, it will also tell you the type of visa that they can sponsor. I mean, I'm going to show you now. You'll see it for yourself. Nobody let me go see them. Okay? I'm not the only person. I'll show you now. I'll show you. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Yes, it is up. So you see, this is the Excel sheet. I'm just going to increase the size a little bit so that we can see it. So you see, this is the organization name. All right, this is the name of the organization. This is the city they are in. This is the county. This is the type and rating. And this is the route. So this is a route that you can take. So you can see skilled worker visa, skilled worker visa. You have creative worker. Okay, this particular company can, it's a creative worker. They can sponsor you on a creative worker visa. Okay, there is the global business mobility visa that you could also take into consideration. So I'm going to put a filter in here for you to see. So you see route. There's so many routes. Charity worker, creative worker, global business mobility. You have international agreements. You have intra. But the key one that we're focusing on at the moment is skilled worker visa. All right, skilled worker visa. So I'm going to click on OK. And you see now you have a list of all the companies in the UK that can sponsor you on a skilled worker visa. Now, currently, if you are based in London, like you live in the London, London area, all right? So I'll put in London, I'll type in London, okay? Let me see. So London, I'll select London, anything that has to do with London. So all the companies that are based in London, that has London in their name, select it. Now, these are all the companies in London, okay, that can sponsor your visa. Let's take a look. How many of them are there? 33,000. This is 33,000. 33,000 companies in London can actually sponsor your visa. 33,000. You see, this is a count of all the 33,000 companies. If you're in Manchester, just come to your town city, filter for you, and you can see the companies that can actually sponsor you on the skilled worker visa in the UK. All right. So now let's move on. So that's the list. This is the list I was talking about. The list of sponsored workers, companies that can actually sponsor you in the UK. But that's the first part. Now you know the companies that can sponsor you. You have a list of companies that can sponsor you. Now the next thing is here. Click here to view all government sponsors. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to share this with you again. Okay. So is it that you use this? Sorry, is it that you use this? You can come here or you could come here. Okay. Either of the two of them works almost the same thing. The only difference is just that this is on the web page. So you can easily just type in the company and you can get to see if they sponsor you. So if you're wondering if the company can sponsor you, click on that link. It will take you to this page. And now let's click on what company. Let's talk about, let's pick Deloitte. Okay, Deloitte. And I'm going to press enter. And you see Deloitte, yes, Deloitte LLP, London, others, worker A, this is the main tier. Sub-tier, skilled worker visa, and intra-company routes. Now, this is a very interesting one. Intra-company route. So if you're currently based in Nigeria, or you have somebody that's based in Nigeria, or in Ghana, or in any African country, or anywhere in the world, and they're looking at coming to the UK, why not let them get a job in one of the consulting firms, KPMG, Deloitte, or any other company that does intra-company routes? Okay, so you could be in Deloitte today in Nigeria. The next day, you might skill yourself up to the level whereby you get to relocate to the UK based on the job that you have already in your local country. So if there's any other company, let me think about any other company that can sponsor you. Let's say you get a job with NHS. Okay, you get a job with the NHS. So you see, quite the NHS, these are the NHS companies that can actually sponsor you. So you have all the names there of NHS companies that can sponsor you. There are quite a number of them, honestly. There are quite a number of them. Skilled worker visa, majority of them are skilled worker visa, skilled worker visa, skilled worker visa, and all that. So, and you can come here to just search the companies that you want to work with. Okay, so if you want to, let's say, Barclays, okay. That's one of the banks, okay? So Barclays Bank, Barclays Execution Services Limited. These are the ones that you can do. So skilled worker visa, intra-company route. So these are the ones that they classify on. So you can come here to search the companies that can actually sponsor you. Last but not the least is click here to know how many COS have been issued by that company. That is the most interesting part, because you also don't want to target a company that has only issued COS for 2 people in the last 10 years. All right. You also want to target companies that can sponsor you quickly. They've done it in the past before, several times. So frequency is what you're concerned about. All right. So please fill the attendance form so you can get access to this material and you can start to implement these things now, today. You can start to draw up your own strategies today. All right. So let's take a look at some companies that have issued COS, in the last couple of years, in the last couple of months. Okay, so you see, this is a database, 2024 Visa COS database, UK, Ireland, Canada, US, blah blah blah. We are focusing on the UK. All right, so you can come here and search. So we're looking at the United Kingdom. So you can put a filter to whatever part you are concerned about, but we're concerned about everything that has to do with United Kingdom. Select category. I will leave it blank, okay? But you can select the category that you're looking for. Occupation code, visa permits. Let's just look at skilled worker visa. Skilled worker visa. That's what we're looking for. All right. So search listings. Now, this will give you visa, companies that have, issued COs, companies in the UK that have issued skilled worker COS, that's a certificate of sponsorship in the UK. All right, so you can take a look at them. So you see Fruitful Jobs Limited, okay, Fruitful Jobs Limited, they're in the hospitality and catering, okay. So they've issued 8,310 COS, all right, highest so far. Now the next one is sales, Tata Consultancy Services. Now, how many have they issued? 6,928. Health Food England, 5,638. Creative Artist, Cognizant Worldwide. One of our participants currently got a job with Cognizant in the UK. All right, and obviously sponsored. 1,948 were sponsored. Ryanair. All right, these are companies that you can start to target. Manchester University NHS Foundation Trust, 1,518. This was in 2024, just last year. All right. Infosys, another one, 1,441. Another participant, one of our interns, also got a job here. So you see, these are the things that you can start to target today, not tomorrow, not next week. So you're desperate, you need a job. you have the skills or you don't have the skills, you can start to draw up a plan towards how to get your sponsorship. I mean, you see the work that we have done here. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Give me a thumbs up. If you're enjoying yourself, give me a thumbs up. If you are enjoying yourself, please give me a thumbs up. I need 100 billion thumbs up. We are currently at 10 million thumbs up, and I need 10 billion. I need 10 billion, guys. 10 billion. All right. So you see, it's to get all this information out to you. Please do well to fill the attendance for you to get access to these materials. Now, the next thing is, there are other things that you could also do. We have the UK visa jobs. Okay, UK visa jobs. And it's a paid platform anyways. It's a paid platform. So you can just come here, you can go to your browser, all right, and type in UK visa jobs. So some people use this. It is a good platform. It is a good platform, to be honest with you, but it's paid. So you probably need to subscribe to this. But they are usually like they provide you with, visa sponsorship jobs in the UK. All right. So this is the only website that I know that will guarantee that as visa sponsor jobs on their platform. You need to create an account, create a login, and all that. So what we're doing currently is to see how we can, we're currently working on something how we can get these jobs for you if you're a part of Amdari. That's part of something that we're currently working on. All right. Another very good place for you to go to is the NHS. NHS is one of the best places for you to get, jobs. So one thing I usually will tell, let's just look for the word analyst, and I will search all locations in the UK. And start to look at it. So you can see delivery analyst, all right, financial analyst, data analyst, testing analyst, delivery analyst, quite a number of analyst roles in the UK, especially within the NHS. And, look at the ones that salary is clearly stated here. So you look at the ones that will guarantee you the salary range that you need to get a job. So you see, what companies can I target for sponsorship? Use everything here to strategize for you to land a sponsored job in the UK. So from the list of sponsored workers to the government sponsors to the companies that have issued the highest COS in the last year. All right, so moving on, because we have just about 22 minutes more. I said 1 hour 30 minutes. So I remember, like I said, 10 years of experience, cramping it into 1 hour 30 minutes. I think I'm trying. I want to believe I'm trying. Okay. So the next part is the global talent visa. Is another path that you could also explore. The global talent visa. I'm not sure if it is global or global. I lived in the UK, so I'll use UK accents more. The global talent visa. You get me? All right. So endorsement. You must first obtain an endorsement from an approved endorsing body. Okay. So there are two pathways you can explore here. We have the exceptional talent. Okay, and we have the exceptional promise. Exceptional talent and exceptional promise. For those who are already established leaders, and the promise are people that are emerging in your career path. So project management, data analysts, data scientists, what else is there? Cybersecurity professionals and all that. You can definitely fit into this particular bracket. So we're not going to do too much on this because the majority of this information is on this is on the button I provided for you. All right. So I'm going to click on the two of them. So this notion, all you need to do if you want to read to understand everything that is here, just this link I provided, the second link I have in there, the second link, click here to read everything about the application for GTV, which is Global Talent Visa. All right. This Notion site, Tech Nation Global Talent Visa Application Guide. All right. So this guide was last updated on the 2nd of January 2025. Refresh the page for latest updates. This is the latest update essentially. So this basically it talks about everything you need to know about either exceptional promise or exceptional talent. So this is eligibility criteria. So I can click on that and it takes me straight to eligibility criteria. And you see it here. There are two options for the applicant applying for endorsement by Tech Nation. There's a leader, that's the leader, and the emerging and potential leader, exceptional promise. So exceptional talent and exceptional promise, like I mentioned, and basically the things that you need in order for you to secure your global talent visa. All right. So global talent visa is one of the ones that you can actually explore. All right. If you're looking at getting to remain in the UK. Now, the next one is the Innovator Founder Visa. Innovator Founder Visa, like the word, like the name is clearly stating out. This is a visa for entrepreneurs who want to establish and run an innovative business in the UK. Now, you might have not figured out what you want to run, the business you want to run. All right, you can start thinking today, what business can I do that is AI enabled? So I can infuse a little bit of AI, I can put in a little bit of this, I can put a little bit of that. What business can I set up in the UK? Now, if you've not thought about business before, you can start to think about a business. Now, the key thing here is innovative, viable, and scalable business ideas. You can't say that I want to create, a service-based business. Okay, a service-based business, like I want to create my customer rep organization where I hire people that will be calling people for you or something. All right, now that's not scalable. It's not scalable in the sense that if currently you have 10 people, 10 people can call 500 people. Now, if you want to call 1,000 people, it means that you need to hire another 10 extra people to get to 1,000. So it's not scalable. You need to keep hiring people to scale your business. Now, when they talk about scalability, they're talking about leveraging technology to scale it to like 1 million people all at once at the same time. That's scalability that we're talking about. So if it's the same customer service company that you want to set up, now the key question is, how do you use AI? Okay, chatbots, or how do you use AI as call representatives? That's an innovative, viable, and scalable business that you can set up. So if you've not really thought about business, you can start to think about it. So your business idea must be endorsed by an approved UK endorsing body. There are quite a number of them. Everything also approved, all the links here so that you can read about them. Significant contribution, you must have generated or significantly contributed to the business idea. So not like generated revenue yet. You are contributing. You're the one, you're the founder, you're the co-founder, all right? And you have stake in that particular business. And the last one is there's no minimum investment. So nobody's asking you that, okay, you need to have invested a minimum of £50,000 or £100,000, okay? But you must demonstrate that you have access to fund. And there are quite a number of businesses, there are quite a number of acceleration programs that if you have the idea and your idea is very good, you can get this particular visa time. So like I said earlier, everything here, links are provided for you to go read on Innovator Founder Visa. Everything, eligibility, documents you need to apply outside the UK, your partner, your children, you can remain, you can bring your family, your grandma, and all those things. These are the kind of visa types that you want to explore, okay? Now, the scale-up visa is the one that a lot of people don't know about. Have you heard of the scale-up visa? Let me see. I usually do this. If you've heard of the scale-up visa, put a 1 in the chat. If you've not, put a 0. If you've heard of the scale-up visa, put a 1 in the chat. If you've not, put a 0 in the chat. 0, 0, 0. Okay, fantastic, beautiful. Beautiful. I love this. I love giving out insights to people that have not, people have not heard of these things before. Fantastic. Let's go. Scale-up visa, skilled workers who have a job offer from a fast-growing UK business. Now, you'll be asking yourself, how do I know a fast-growing UK business? I have showed you, and I'll show you again. Don't worry. Now, let me show you. I'll go back to that Excel sheet. This Excel sheet. I'll remove all the filters that I have. Okay. Route, I would also come down to route, okay? Sorry, is it route or Ruth? I'm not sure. So let me clear everything here. Route, so this is the same Excel sheet I downloaded earlier, okay? Same Excel sheet, it's not a different one, same Excel sheet. So I'm gonna deselect everything and I'll scroll down and you see scale up. So that this is businesses in the UK that can sponsor you on a scale-up visa. Okay, these are businesses in the UK, companies in the UK that can sponsor you on a scale-up visa. So I'm going to click on scale-up and I'm going to click on OK. And now these are companies, these are a list of companies that fall into the scale-up visa, scale-up visa route. Okay, These are a list of companies that fall into the scale-up visa route. Then you can target this organization. Okay, you can start to target them because they have a scale-up route. So it means that if you apply for a job and you're able to get a job in this particular company, you can get sponsorship via the scale-up route, scale-up visa route. So let me just go back to my slides and read something to you so you see exactly what I'm talking about. Job offer from a scale-up business. You must have a confirmed job offer for at least 6 months from a company, from a UK business that meets the scale-up definition. So basically, you don't need to stress yourself. I mean, that list is there for you to go and look at it. Your employer will issue you a COS, okay, and eligible occupation and skill level. The job must be a skill level RQF level 6 or higher. So basically, it must require a graduate degree. That's a BSc, okay, that's what the RKM, okay, and on the list of eligible occupations. The list of occupations we'll share that again with you. The salary must be at least £36,000, okay, per year. So essentially, majority of the companies that are even scale up have either received funding or they have money. That's what it is, okay? Or they have money. So you can take a look at some of these organizations and let's just Google one of them real quick. All right, Business Insurance Solutions Limited. Let's take a look at that. So what you want to do is go back to your browser and I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to put in Business Solutions Limited. All right. So this is the company. It says Business Insurance Solution. All right. I'll come to this company. I'll probably just scroll down or go there on LinkedIn, check it out on LinkedIn, and look at opportunities that exist at this point in time. Okay. So this is a scale of business in the UK. All right. So if you want to apply to this company, it's easy. Just go on LinkedIn. All right, or even just search the name of the company and put in careers in front of it. Okay, and put in careers, okay, career opportunities, and it will show you the companies that are currently, the roles that are open in that particular organization. All right, so click here to read everything about Scale Up Visa. So now the key question here, so we can wrap it up real quick. Okay, how can Amdari help you? How can Amdari help you get a job? Now that's the question everybody's asking. Well, now, in order for you to get a job, from our experience, from running Amdari, from even being a tech professional myself, you only need 3 things to get a job today. You only need 3 things. You only need to do 3 things in order for you to get a job today. It might sound very, 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 very small, but these are only 3 things that you actually need. Number 1, learn. Number 2, package yourself. Number 3, apply. And the job is guaranteed. Learn, package, and apply. And I'll expatiate on this better, okay? Now, looking at learning, focus on the in-demand career paths we spoke about today. Learn, okay? Not just learn alone, but also gain experience. But that's where Amdari comes in to help you, okay? So learn in-demand tech skills, data analytics, data science, business analysis, project management, data engineering, SOC analysis, ethical hacking, governance, risk and compliance, GRC. Learn those skills and also gain experience, okay? And that's where Amdari comes in with our remote virtual experience, remote apprenticeship virtual experience. So it's an internship where you're going to be solving real business challenges. Let me show you without wasting too much time. It's better seeing is believing, isn't it? So you see, I can go to Amdari website today, okay? Amdari.io. All right, you'll see Rave by Amdari. Click the drop down, okay? Click the drop down, and you see we have, Rave by Amdari. So the only platform that guarantees you real work experience through real life projects. So rather than you going on Udemy to buy a course on data analytics and learn Power BI, why not use Power BI to solve a real life business challenge? Why not just use Power BI to solve a real life business challenge? Now let me take you to some of the projects that we have on our platform so you can get to see it for yourself. You get to see the projects yourself. All right. So let's take a look at the project management. One of the guys in project management. Okay. So you see, we have this. Going to go to one of the projects they're currently working on. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down. This is just content about the project. Now this is for people that are looking at project management as a career path. Now, these projects are simulated based on real life businesses, real life projects, real life implementation. Now, case study, tax planning and story point estimation for renewable energy infrastructure development. This is for an actual business where you'll be learning and implementing your project management skills. So if you go for a recruitment exercise, an interview, and somebody's asked you a question about, what experience do you have? You can use these projects that you work on with Amdari as a yardstick of talking about the things that you've implemented. So now let's take a look about the company. The company name is Green Energy Solutions, okay? Location in San Francisco, California, USA. And the company history, things you need to know about the company, the core services of the products, and so on and so forth. Now there's a challenge. That's the reason why you're an intern with Amdari. So you're an intern in Amdari, and you are working on this project. Now, what challenges are they going through at the moment? The company is facing significant challenge in the task planning and story point estimation for its large-scale renewable energy infrastructure projects. These projects often, involve complex coordination between various teams: engineering, procurement, legal, regulatory, and operations. As the company expands into offshore wind farms and light solar installation, it is struggling to accurately estimate project timelines and resources, leading to delays and cost overruns. Now, that's where you come in as a project manager to solve these real-life projects, okay? To solve this project in order for you to get hands-on experience that you can use in getting a job. So when you go for an interview and they ask you, okay, tell me about a time you've done XYZ as a project manager, you can easily just draw out from this particular situation. Now, the good thing also is that a project mentor is assigned to you. You have a mentor that would hold your hand and guide you through the project that you're working on. Now, let's take a look at another project entirely. Let's take a look at another project. Okay, let's take a look at another project. Okay, let's take a look at it like a data science project. Okay, now let's take a look at this. Okay, so let's say MedOptics. This is MedOptics. This is data science. The guys are in data and are interested in data science and all that. Okay, so MedOptics. Okay, you see this. Let's take a look at this. MedOptics AI, personalized treatment optimization in European healthcare. Executive summary. The key challenges: high dropout rate, lack of personalization, no predictive indicators. Okay, so MedOptics is a UK-German healthcare startup partnering with the NHS and private clinics to improve patient outcomes in physical therapy. The problem, a significant challenge in physical therapy, is the 40% patient dropout rate from treatment program. And what are you doing? What is the solution from this project? This project aims to develop an AI-driven solution to enhance patient adherence and reduce dropout. Now, this is you implementing AI. All right, in order for you to solve a critical problem within the healthcare space. So even if you're in the healthcare space currently, and you're looking at gaining experience within the healthcare space, within data science or data analytics or project management and all that, you can start to get that experience. These are the kind of projects that you get to work on. Now, let's take a look at something around cybersecurity. So let's see exactly what you come up with. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. Let me look for all section recordings, materials. We have materials in implementing. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is cybersecurity. This is another project in cybersecurity. This is SOC analyst, security operations center analyst, autonomous threat hunting in a modern enterprise environment. Okay, so tech secure innovation, a leader in cybersecurity. Tech Secure Innovation is a rapidly expanding technology company based in San Francisco, California. So anyway, that's about the company itself. Now, navigating the cybersecurity landscape. Like many organizations, faces significant challenges with traditional reactive cybersecurity measures. The sheer volume of security data from endpoint applications and network traffic creates a substantial burden. So now you see that what we're trying to do here is to give you experience, not learn the technology alone, not just learn the technology, because every project that you're going to work with has a list of technologies that you are going to work with. Okay, so now for this particular project, you're leveraging open source power for cybersecurity. So AI and ML for AI and ML anomaly detection, behavioral analytics, automated incident response, threat intelligence sharing, log management, and visualization. So you're going to be leveraging, what we call open source applications. So rather than you just going to learn Splunk or going to learn just Splunk, you are leveraging everything together to solve an actual business challenge. And that's how you build your experience. So you're not learning. You're not just learning like you're going on Udemy or YouTube to learn. You're actually solving the project and you're learning at the same time the role of a cybersecurity professional, the role of a data engineer, the role of a business analyst, and so on and so forth. So without wasting much time, I can still come back here to show you some other projects, but that's just to tell you how the internship program works. How the apprenticeship, internship, or work experience program, how does that work? That's exactly what we have there. Now, the good thing also is you're also giving short courses. So even if you don't know something, which is okay, it's okay for you not to know anything. Like, it's not, not everybody can know everything. But the good thing here is you are giving access to short courses on the same platform. You are given access to short courses. So I'm going to show you, this is my own account. Okay, so you see Learn, you come to Learn. On the Amdari website, you have access to Learn, and you see courses here. So we have courses across, short courses across data science, data analytics, data engineering, cybersecurity, business analysis, project management, HR analytics, and financial analytics. We have courses across these career paths. So if you're interested in, let's say, cybersecurity, all right, you have courses in there, short courses that you can start to learn cybersecurity. If you're interested in project management, yes, you have short courses, project management fundamentals, introduction to project management, project initiation phase, project planning phase, leadership and communication techniques, so on and so forth. Okay? The same thing with all the career paths. You're interested in, let's say, data analytics. Okay? You have courses, introduction to data analytics, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Power BI, Tableau SQL, Microsoft Fabrics. Take a look at Tableau. Okay? Now, the course description, what's the program for? So what are you going to be learning? Introduction to Tableau, building blocks of visualization, Tableau filters, time series data, so on and so forth. So these are the things that you're going to be learning. So it's a combination of two things. You're going to be working on the internship, solving projects, learning new technologies, implementing new technologies, and you could also learn the #1 short course platform in the world. Okay, so you're learning from the best guys, you're learning from the best. The next part is packaging. After learning, as you're learning, you're also packaging yourself. Packaging basically means, okay, packaging is talking about outward approach. How do you put yourself out there? How are you putting yourself out there? That's the packaging that we're talking about. So I talk about, you might be good technically, but you might apply for jobs and not get the results. You might go to a job board today, and clearly you can see that you can actually do this job. But at the end of the day, you still get a rejection email, even for the bare minimum roles. That's exactly where packaging comes in. So what we are going to do for you, all right, we will do this for you. We will help you revamp your CV and review your CV, all right? Would help you, what would literally work on your CV for you, all right? The next thing is LinkedIn optimization. Now, LinkedIn optimization is one of the most interesting things, and I like practicality. So it's not like I'm just talking and, there is nothing like you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Let me show you something real quick. Now, before a job is posted online, I've worked with different companies in the UK, and I've led different business. I've led different aspects of, different aspect of business, implementing something within a business. So when after implementing, you need them to, you need people to take over that particular role. So I do a lot of recruitment, and not personally, but I work in HR. Okay, so you see, before a job gets posted, two things will happen. Before you go to jobs today, and let's say you're looking at becoming a business analyst in the UK. So I think I have a job analyst, business analyst in the UK. Before you come to LinkedIn and see that this particular company posted a job, okay, let me tell you two things they would have done first. Let me show you two things they would have done first. Number one, they would have posted it on the company website. They would have posted it not on the company website. They would have posted it internally within the organization for people to recommend people. Okay? And that's where recommendation is very good. So if today you don't use LinkedIn or you're not posting on LinkedIn, please start posting. Start posting, start making connections with people, and so on and so forth. Majority of the opportunities that you're likely going to get is based on recommendation. The highest and the fastest way to get a job in the UK today is based on recommendation. So you see people that, if you come to Amdari today, all right, if you come to Amdari, let me just search for Amdari, you'll see quite a number of our participants are always typing online. They're always writing about their experience, what they are working on, what they are doing, and so on and so forth. The reason why we have this in there, the reason why, we have this in there is so that you can clearly see that people can actually get to see that your activities online and so on and so forth. All right. So now the second part is they would do what they would headhunt people. So now if I'm looking for a business analyst, let me just do this business. Let me say business analyst, and I'm currently, let's say I'm in Manchester, okay, or Leeds or whatever. Business analyst Manchester. And I'll put in the technology that I'm interested in. So I'm interested in maybe somebody that knows how to use Power BI. I'll put in Jira, okay? And maybe let's say one other tool, let's say Jira, Power BI, and let's say Lucy Chat, okay? Okay, so I'll search these keywords. So business analyst, Manchester, Power BI, Jira, then Lucy Charts. So now if I click on people, you see some people will rank higher than the next person. Now what makes this person, this is Ayokumi Odukoya. I don't know this person, but this person is ranking very well for this particular search I have put in here. So what would a recruiter do? A recruiter would reach out to this person. And you can see Nigerians actually do great stuff. This is interesting. All right. So this is Ayokumi. All right. This is Sheyi Fumi. All right. This is Fumbi. Okay. This is Fumbi. This is Joe. This is Olabukola. Quite a number of people in the Manchester area, so on and so forth. So these are the kind of optimization that you want to have on your profile. That's what we call linked optimization. Now, when they search, they see you. Okay, so if currently you don't want people to know that what you're doing on LinkedIn, but update your LinkedIn profile. It will open you up to so many opportunities. Now that's CV review. We talked about LinkedIn optimization, mentorship. Mentorship is one of the greatest things that you would ever do for yourself. Now we have mentorship. All right, we do have mentorship every week, every single week. So you see, majority of this is our platform. This is Amdari's platform. So if I go to any of the courses, I go to classwork, you'll see May employability material, CV optimization. You see CV optimization sessions. You would also have mentorship sessions, mock interview sessions, from menial to full-time job in the UK, conquering imposter syndrome, landing the job before you feel ready. These are mentorship sessions that have happened in the past. Crack the interview. Mastering, tell me about yourself. Now, tell me about you. This is mentorship sessions that you need to get a job in today's job market. Okay, so this is me. I was the one taking this particular session. All right, and you see that tell me exactly how you answer this kind of question. So we do interview preparation sessions. Tell me about the time. We use the STAR technique, and that STAR technique is basically situation, task, action, and result. So these are the things that you need to learn in order for you to get an offer. Okay. So the next thing you're going to be doing here is mentorship sessions, interview preparation session, like I showed you earlier. You'll be getting a job reference letter from us. So whatever, no matter the number of jobs you apply and you get a job and you need 10 reference letters, we will provide you with as many references as you need. And last but not the least, on the job support. So you get a job today, a lot of people are concerned about, but if I get a job and I cannot do it, what happens next? That's where on the job support comes in. That's where on the job support comes in. We would support you still at no cost, zero cost. So you learn from us. We provide you with short courses. We'll provide you with packaging skills, that's employability skills, and also the job application process. Now, one of the key things I'm going to give somebody, I'm going to give somebody something amazing today. All right, I'm going to give somebody amazing, something amazing to you guys today. Now, application on the Amdari website. On the Amdari website, we have a remote job board where you can actually get remote jobs. So this is Amdari's website. This is our Amdari. So you can see Amdari job board, find jobs, literally. So what we do is we are currently getting remote jobs from all the popular job boards. We're scraping it and we're bringing in all the remote jobs from this website. We're bringing it into our platform to make it easy for you to apply for remote jobs. That's if that's something you're concerned about. All right. Remote jobs literally in the US, in Canada, literally across the world, regardless in the UK, so on and so forth. We're pulling out all these remote jobs and we're bringing them on board for you to apply for jobs. And you can see here a minimum of 15 applications per day. How do you get a minimum of 15 applications per day? All right, I will show you something real quick, something cool and beautiful. So take, for example, I want to apply for a job real quick. This is part of the mentorship. This is free mentorship. Now, I'm going to ask a question at the end of today's session, and the person that wins this will get something amazing from me. Okay, the person that gets that question will get something from me. Now, take for example, you're a business analyst or a data analyst or a SOC analyst, and you're looking to apply for jobs in the UK. Now, I've seen this particular job. I like it. This is for Unite Students, one of the biggest, student accommodation company in the UK. I like this company. I want to apply for this job. Now, there's a tool called CV Matchly. CV Matchly, one of the very, 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 very interesting, very, very interesting. Just upload your CV and it will analyze your CV using leveraging AI and tools like that. Leveraging AI, it will analyze your CV and what would happen. Okay, it will rank your CV. It will help you rank your CV. We are looking at 15 applications in a day. Now, currently, you can see this, my CV is 56%. 56%, meaning that if I apply for this job, I'm likely going to get a rejection email. I am likely going to get a rejection email. So you see, keywords match. There are keywords that match, and there are keywords that are currently missing. So I can come here to optimize, and I can come here to optimize my CV. So without wasting too much time, I can just click on generate optimized CV, and it keeps everything. It helps me optimize my CV. So it takes a few seconds for it to do that. You optimize your CV, and you can just take that CV and use it to apply for the job immediately. The good thing also is, I think it also helps you write your cover letter. Also, it helps you keep track of all the things that you're working on. Okay, it helps you keep track of all the things that you're working on. So you have literally nothing to, like, it's one of the tools that you can actually work with. But anyway, that's something we're looking at when you're just talking about 15 applications per day in order for you to get that quick results. Remember, speed is of the essence. You want to get a job quickly. These are the things that you can actually do today to get a job quickly. So it always seems impossible until it is done. It always seems impossible. And I have one of these ladies just got a job with Amdari. All right. And I want you guys to listen to this real quick. All right. I won't take too much of the time. Okay. I'm gonna post this real quick. Okay. And I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to it. So you listen to it. It's not just coming from Amdari. Okay. You listen to present something else. I'm gonna present a tab. Okay. Do you know what I'll do? I'll just copy this link. I'll close this page. Sorry, just give me a second. I just want to show you this so you know. This is the last thing I want to show you so that you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about you getting a job from Amdari. Okay.
Project management. My name is Martha, and I was part of the May. My name is
just give me a second. Can you hear this? Toby, can you hear exactly what I'm presenting? Okay.
Martha, and I was part of the May project management cohort at the Amdari apprenticeship program. I am here to give honor to whom honor is due, Mr. Brown Uzuko. I want to thank him so very much because he put so much time in mentoring me in the program. I'm saying this because I actually came late. I switched from data analysis to project management. But because Mr. Brown, I explained to him my situation, and Mr. Brown, and I think Uche as well, she's a lady, she advised me to speak to him, and Mr. Brown went out of his way to explain to me what project management is all about, actually prepare me on how to be a project manager. Now, the reason why I'm here is because I've just landed a leadership role interview with one of the big councils in the UK. And this is very huge for me because it's always what I've wanted to do is a leadership position. And that's in the line of what I've always wanted to do. And after
Or it's a 5 minutes video. I'll drop the link. Like the link is also on the slide, so that's the reason why I don't want to take too much time. I've shot my time by almost 11 minutes. So I want to be done with everything now in the next few seconds. All right. So yeah, like I said, all the links are there. Just click on this. You can listen to everything that she says. Just 2 months into the training program, and we have a ton of other people that have done the same thing. All right, we have a ton of other people that have done the same thing. Andrew, business analyst, Nimat, data analytics, Solomon, data engineering, Busayo, data analyst. We have Stephanie, data analyst. We have Timmy, cybersecurity. We have Olani, also data analyst. So you see, tons of Nigerians, Africans, literally across the world, getting and landing jobs in the UK. The key question is, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Remember, I told you, Amdari is what? One-stop shop platform. Learn, package, and apply. Okay? So these are people who have gone through the program and they are currently successful. So we have the next course starting on the 9th of August. Okay, starting like in the next 2 weeks. So we have a discount that's only available for the first 20 people to take on this opportunity from the call today. So the discount is only applicable for, I say have something, if you wait to the end, you get something great. This is something great. I still have one more question anyways, but for another person, just one person. So join our next course starting on the 9th of August. Discount is available for the first 20 people to register. Discount is available. So now, the discount that we have available, we have data analytics, data science, data engineering, and business analysis. You can apply for the 3 months work experience program, or you can apply for the 6 months work experience program. Now, the 3 months work experience program is £500 typically, but we're running a discount at the moment for the first 20 people, and brings it down to £390. Now, you don't have to pay this money at once. You could actually pay in installments. Okay? Now the same thing, 6 months. Instead of £900, you're actually getting you're getting about 150 discounts. You're getting it for £750. You're getting it for £750. Also, multiple payments in installments. Okay, you can pay in installments. Now, for the guys that are in SOC analysts, ethical hacking, of governance, risk, and compliance, we have £500 full amount. You could also get it discounted at £390. That's £110 discount. Okay, so that's the 3 months internship, £390, and you can pay in multiple installments. And the 6 month internship, you can get it for £750, and you could also pay in multiple installments. So what you want to do now is pay with the link in the chat. Okay, so my colleagues are going to be dropping the links for payment in the chat. Okay, so all you need to do is click on the link. There's project management. Why is there's project management in there? So you see, this is once you click on this, okay, it takes you. I've dropped the link again in the chat, guys. So you can click on the link. Once you click on the link, you would see all the career paths that we have offered internship program in data analytics, 3 months, data science, data analytics 6 months. We have data science 3 months, data science 6 months. We have data engineering 3 months. Okay. You seem not to be confident on project management. Who is that? Data engineering 6 months. We have business analysis 3 months, business analysis 6 months, agile project management 3 months. We also have agile project management 6 months. So I don't know if you'll be skipping it for the best part of the video. Have I skipped anything? I've not skipped anything. All right. Agile project management 3 months, agile project management 6 months. Okay. We also have SOC analysts. We have ethical hacking 3 months. and we have governance, risk, and compliance, depending on the months of experience. So for my, I'll take your question in a few minutes. I'm not sure where you're heading at, but I'll take your question in a few minutes. Okay. So depending on the career path that you're interested in, if you're interested in data science 3 months, click on secure internship, and it takes you to the new page in a page. So £390 is what you can pay one-time payment. If you want to do one-time payment, that's fantastic. If you want to pay in 3 monthly installments, you have 3 monthly installments, and you can secure internship from there. Okay, so once you click on 3 monthly installment, click on secure internship, and you can clearly see £130 today, £130 next month, and £130 in September. So you see 3 monthly installments clearly outlined, okay, that you can actually pay. So rather than paying £390 today, you can actually pay £130 now in order for you to get started. The other thing that you could do for the guys in 6 months internship, 6 months internship. So if you're looking at the data engineering 6 months, or data analytics 6 months, or project management 6 months, all you need to do is, you see, click on it, the 6 months plan, and you can select 5 monthly payments, and you can see it's spread across 5 months. Okay, 5 monthly installments. So that's £150 today, £150 next month, £150 in September, £150 in October, and £150 in November. Do you get me? So it is structured in a way that it's easy for you to complete payment. So rather than you buying McDonald's and eating out and having, you could actually invest in your career, and let's help you land that dream job within the tech space. So all you need to do is click on the link again, like I said earlier. Click on the link and secure your internship now. So if it's data, whatever, if it's project management, somebody was asking about project management, so let me undo project management one more time. Okay. So if you're interested in project management, 3 months or 6 months, click on the internship you most prefer, you prefer the most, okay? And click on 3 monthly installments. If you're interested in 3 monthly installments or 2 months, whatever the case might be, click on secure internship, click on proceed, okay? Put in your full name, your email, your phone number, and pay. It's as simple as that. It's literally as simple as that. Check out, make your payment, and secure. Remember, the discount is only for the first 20 people, not for everybody. Okay, so if you want to be a part of the first 20 people, please take advantage of it as soon as possible. We're going to be shutting down, registration within the next, by next week, Monday, Tuesday, we should be closing off, registration for people to get started. So if you want to use this weekend to make a decision and register, please ensure that you're part of the first 20 people to get registered, to get started. Okay, so if you're looking at getting started, please click on the link to secure your internship now. I have already registered for the next cohort in August for project management. Ufoma, fantastic, that's beautiful. So we are confident in our skills. We're not. I don't know if you can speak now, but if you have any question, please do well to raise up your hand, and I will take your questions. So let me see. Fudu man. Let me ask you if you can unmute yourself. Fudu man. Let me ask you. Fudu man, yes. Let me take your questions. Then we can call it a day. Fudu man is there. Okay, let me take Amy Humphrey. Amy Humphrey, are you there? Amy Humphrey. Okay, Rosaline Onanuga. Rosaline Onanuga. Do you want to unmute yourself? You guys need to unmute yourself. Okay. Seems like we have a lot of people raising up their hand, but nobody's speaking. All right, so let's try it again. Let me see. Ufoma is registered in the chat. Again, at what point do one get CV review? Fantastic, Ineka. So yes, you get your CV reviewed within the first 3 weeks of starting the program. Within the first 3-4 weeks of you starting the program, you get your CV review. Remember, we help you do that. We help you review your CV. So it's not you doing the CV, we help you do that, okay? And that's what I want to show you in a few seconds. And you also get one-on-one, okay? So you can book a one-on-one session to get your CV reviewed, okay? So I'm just coming, I'm trying to look for the website I am opening here in just a second. Okay, here it is, okay? So you see, we have interview sessions, we have employability materials. You could also schedule an event. You can also schedule to book interview preparation session. So you can book a session. You can request for a reference letter. You can do your CV review. Okay, so your CV review guide. So this is me working helping you to review your CV. Do you understand? We also have one-on-one CV review where you can jump on a call with one of our CV experts. Okay, Alanyika, and she helps you, identify key things that you need to improve on your CV, and also helps you review the CV. Okay, so we do that for you. So you're not the one figuring things out yourself. We are doing that for you. I hope that answers your question. Okay, let me see. I can't unmute myself. Okay, Rosie is saying she can't unmute herself. Is there a reason why? I think you should be able to try now. Try it again. Try it again. Can you guys try to unmute yourself now? Oh, Toby, do you want to try to see if people can unmute themselves? Is it code or internship for those who already have experience in these skills, or it covers training then work experience? So it basically is learn at the same time. Okay, so if
Hello?
you are okay, go ahead, Rosalind.
Okay, hi. Thank you for this session. I'm really grateful.
Yes.
So for me, I have the skills and I also have the experience, and I still work with my company back home in Nigeria remotely.
So what do you do currently?
But while I'm also studying, so I work as a Scrum Master and also tech support.
Okay, awesome. That's good. That's very good.
Yes. So, but from the moment I came in, I've been applying. I've just been reviewing. I kept on reviewing and reviewing my CV from time to time, and I've not been lucky to say. I think I don't know. Maybe that's the word. So I don't know if there's something wrong I'm doing on my CV, but I have also optimized my LinkedIn profile. At some point, I've been getting invitation from recruiters on LinkedIn, but because of my visa restrictions, most times I just don't bother um kind of applying to say. But for some, I also responded, but I didn't get feedback. So at the point where a recruiter reaches out to you to send your CV and all of that, so maybe there's something wrong with my CV. I don't know. So probably I might need a CV review and all of that.
All right. So that's a very good observation anyways. I'll give it to you. So what I would say is there might be a couple of things. Okay. So from my own experience, the way you structure your CV, number one, and experience is subjective. Okay. Experience is subjective. So I would want to see maybe have a one-on-one conversation with you to see exactly how it works. Okay, so you could just look me up on LinkedIn, okay, and just send me a message on LinkedIn, and
I'll say hi to you now on LinkedIn.
Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, just my name is Ifemena Ipro. Just send me hi on LinkedIn, and we can pick it up. Yes,
Ifemena
Ipro.
Okay, I've seen you.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, we have. Yeah.
Looking forward to hearing from you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So Uplifted was asking the question, is it learning? Yeah, I mean, it's learned by doing, okay? So majority of the time, I usually would advise people, to learn from projects, okay? So if you've never used a particular software before, rather than going to learn it first, you could actually use it to solve a problem, okay, while learning. So you're learning technology, but you're also using it to solve a problem. So learning becomes a lot better, and a lot more impactful in real terms. Okay, so those are the things that you would get from this. Okay, so let me just show you. Seeing is believing. Uplifted, if you want to tell me what career path you're interested in, but let's just take, for example, project management. Somebody said I'm not giving too many attention to project management. So that's the reason why everything I'm talking about is a project management. So you see all drop-in sessions. So you have, this is Brown. So Martha that was talking about, somebody helping her get a first job. This is Brown. He is currently leading the project management and business analysis internship with Amdari. Okay. So you see, this is a live session whereby Brown is working And you see it's a practical session, and he's literally the one walking them through the solution, gets his project budget, and is literally walking them and helping them, learn how to build a project budget for an actual project, for this particular project. I'm going to show you the project in a few seconds. All right. So this is the tax planning and storytelling and estimation. So that's the project I talked about, earlier when I started the session, the tax planning. Okay. And one of the major problems that they have was planning, was budgeting, was timelines and all that. So you've not done this before. How do you get experience in doing this? That's exactly where the mentor comes in. Now, it's going to be a mix of mentorship, okay, learning, and also you practicing by yourself. So assignments are going to be given to you. Mini projects from the project are going to be assigned to you in order for you to build up that experience you can use to selling yourself better at the end of the day. All right. It's for anyone who has taken a course but yes, get experience. Fantastic. Hi, Rosalind, you can unmute yourself. Fantastic. I just did. Do you have any more clarity? All right. So if you need more clarity or you need to speak to myself or any member of the team, we also have one-on-one sessions that are going to be happening next week from Monday through to Friday. So please do well to attend any of those CV sessions, any of those clarity sessions. If I follow the due process with my chances of scale and want to then get a sponsored job, I would say, probability of you getting a sponsored, getting a job is a 10, okay? Getting a sponsored job just because of the current situation that you have in here. So like I said, let me just put it, the reason why I cannot give that a 10 is because of this, okay? Now, I have one of our interns also just got a job as a data engineer, okay? Now, how did he get a sponsored job as a data engineer? When he was working as he was doing his master's, his master's came with co-op and an opportunity for co-op. That's co-op internship or something, internship or placement or something like that. So he reached out to us. We had a conversation. I had a conversation with him, and I told him to look for, based on what we discussed today, those lists of organizations, those lists of companies. Okay, do you know what? Look at the ones in your city, identify the ones, and let's send emails to this particular organization. Send out email, and eventually one of the companies responded. Now it was an intern role, no pay, zero pay. They were not paying him for the internship, it was a placement, and eventually got a placement as a data engineer. Now, while I was working with that organization, okay, it was a very interesting project they were working on. They were moving from is a tax accounting company. Now they were moving from a legacy system. Legacy system basically means a very old application, and they're moving into a new application, a cloud-based system. Okay, now that's the role of the data engineer, and they needed somebody to work on that particular project. Okay, so it was better for them to get an intern. No cost, no nothing, and the person works on the project. Now, this guy worked alongside with him, and was able to deliver that project. Guess what? Finished the program, finished the internship. The internship was just about 3 months, okay, which is what the school required at the time, but even continued afterwards, okay. And after he finished his master's, before he even finished, I told him to start conversations with the team to see if he could actually get sponsored. And guess what? Finished the program, finished his master's. The organization where he did his internship actually sponsored him based on the plan that we had with him. So long story short, it's very possible. So it depends if you do all the things that you need to do. We'll try our best to see how you can actually get a sponsored job. That's exactly what we're doing here. You get what I mean? So is the training every Saturday? If yes, what time is it playing? It's not Saturdays, it's weekdays, but evening on the weekdays. So Monday through to Friday. All right, 2 times in a week. Okay, only 2 times in a week during the week. So you still have your weekends to yourself to read, to study, to update yourself, to study. You have your weekends. So we want to keep it to the week so it gives you that real work experience. So Monday through to Friday, but we're only meeting 2 times during the week. So it could be Monday and Friday, depending on what the conversations that you have with your team and your specialist. You can decide what time you want to meet every week, Monday through to Friday. Okay, so it could be Monday and Friday, it could be Tuesday and Thursdays, it could be Wednesdays and Fridays, and those are the only time, only in the evenings, anytime from 7 p.m. in the evening to 10 p.m. in the evening. So you know that you have a week, okay, and your week is for work. Okay, so you get used to that particular timeline. That's the reason why we have it during the week and not weekends. Okay, so and it's in the evening, so you would have been done with whatever work that you're doing, and you're back home, and you can take on those internship opportunities, or work on projects and solve certain things and all that. So it's a mixture of what I call self-paced. Okay, you'll be given many projects to work on. You'll be assigned group work, group task for you to gain the experience, learn the technology, gain the experience that you're looking for, and then you can apply for the job itself. So those are the things that you get from I work till 8 p.m. Can I be accommodated? 100%. So like I said, you can discuss once you start the internship, you discuss with other interns. Okay, everybody will agree on the time that works for everybody. Okay, so most times if you're putting, I work till 8 p.m. Okay, fantastic. Okay, can we start it for 9 o'clock? Can we start it for 10? 10 p.m. works for everybody. Everybody starts at 10. So those are the things that you could actually do. Okay, and every session is recorded. So if there are times whereby you have to stay later than expected at work, you get the recording. See every recording, you see it here. Every session, every session is recorded. So you see all drop-in sessions, you see all the recordings are there. You can always have access to every single recording that you miss. That's if you even try to miss. Okay, so you can see this is another class project, and you see they're currently using Asana for this particular project. So you're going to be learning different technologies, different tools, different, and all the things that you need in order for you to get started. I'm on a permanent night shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Can I be 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning? That's a very unique one. Okay, what career path will go to really impressed on? Is coding involved in all the data courses? No. So coding is only involved in 2. Data analytics, there's no coding. Data science and data engineering, those are coding. But data analytics and data analytics, no coding. Data science and data engineering, on the other hand, coding is heavily involved. Okay, so Ugochi, you're on a permanent night shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Do you work Mondays to Friday? Let me see. Foodie man, can you unmute yourself now? Let me see. Take a few questions and call it. Ugochi, can you unmute yourself? Rudu man, Ugochi, one Nukwebe.
Yeah,
One
so
Ugochi, yes, go ahead, please.
okay, so thank you for the section. I really enjoyed every bit of it. Just that I have a peculiar case. 2 things. One being the work I'm doing now. Just like I said earlier, it takes me 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and it's on a rolling basis, like every 4 days. I do 4 days shifts. Then I have like a holiday, another 4 days. I continue again. So that's how it goes. So I want to know if I'll be accommodated. Then secondly, I'm a graduate of data science. I was considering going into data engineering, which I know requires some certifications like Azure or AWS. Yeah, so but I think what I need actually is just a guide if I can focus on data science and actually get a job, because I need sponsorship. That's one. Yeah, or can I continue with the data science and maybe later on proceed to getting certifications for data engineering? Yeah, while working with you. So I just need a guide to know what to do.
At the end of the day, like one thing I would usually say is play to the area of your strength. Okay, play to the area of your strength in the sense that you already have knowledge in data science. Okay, so data science should be a career path that you should be comfortable with. There's a lot of opportunities within data science. Now, let me show you something real quick so we can almost honestly call it a day. I know I've taken longer than expected now with the quick Q&As and answering the questions that you guys have. So I'm going to do something real quick. Okay, I'm going to show you something real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, I'm going to go on LinkedIn, or let's just say read.co.uk, any one of them. All right. Okay, so if I go to read.co.uk, and let's say now a lot of people like yourself will come here and search for data engineering, data science, and look for data scientists. Correct? This is what you do. majority of the time to search for data science role, data scientist roles in the UK. All right. But you know what? You could also apply for what we call demand, okay, planning. Now, this is supply chain. Majority of these roles that are in demand planning are heavily data science roles. Okay, data science roles. There is also what we call forecasting, okay, forecasting analyst, okay, and you see quite a number of roles within forecasting, okay, forecasting analyst, forecasting, and all that. So there are quite a number of roles you can actually apply in data science. You can even apply for some data analyst roles, okay. So these are the kind of opportunities that we expose you to in order for you to get a job, okay. So if you're looking at get this, I would say you should go with data science. Okay. Maybe in the future, after you've gotten a job as a data scientist, you can start to learn. You don't need any certification. Trust me, you don't need any certification in data engineering to get a job as a data engineer. You need zero certification. All right. So we go to in terms of the timing on the other end, that's going to be a very tough one. Even if all the sessions are recorded, we usually would want you to still attend the sessions so you can interact with people. Okay, so you can interact, you can talk. Majority of the time, you have presentations, you have all these things, so that just to imbibe that work culture within you. So that's 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day. Might be something that might be a bit difficult for you to work with. All right, so I'm not sure how that can work out. If you can work with the recording, that's fine. But I mean, I don't know how would work for you, anyways. So I don't know if that's a favorite answer or if that's something that you can consider.
No problem.
Gucci.
I'll see how I can go about it. It's not like it falls both on weekend, both on weekdays, just 4 days. Maybe some
Okay.
days that I'm free, maybe I could join. The day I'm not free, if I could work with the recording, or if there's other ways I can catch up, that would be fine.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Gucci. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Thank you.
I have one person. Okay, two person actually. Sham Master. I'm not sure. Sham Master. And we have Francis. Okay, Jeff.
Yes. Oh, thank you
Sham.
so much for this opportunity. My question is concerning the payment. I
Yes.
joined June cohort, but what surprises me is the system keeps saying they can't take this month's payment. I don't know what's happening.
Where are you currently based?
Tried about
Sorry.
3 to 4 times now from my account, taking the money from my account.
Where are you
I pay
based?
monthly, right? So it's just not working. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay. I mean, what currency are you paying in?
In pounds.
In pounds. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's supposed to take in pounds, but my bill seems to be quoted in dollars. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. So you might just need to clear catch. There might be something wrong. Maybe it might just be maybe you could try again in the next couple of minutes. Or better
I,
still, what'd
I
you say?
tried about 3 times.
Okay. All right. Do you know what you could do for me? I'm gonna. Did you fill the attendance form, Sham?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So a member of the team will reach out to you
Okay,
and see how they can assist you with that. Okay.
no problem.
Okay. Thanks a lot for
Thank you
that,
so
Sham.
much.
Is your name Sham Master?
Yes,
Okay. Interesting. Where are you from?
from Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go get some suzu today so I can celebrate you. Okay.
Okay.
Joining us.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. Thank you.
Yeah. Francis Okejefa. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I got
Yes.
just a quick one. I
Yes,
didn't
go
pay
ahead.
fully, but because I'm at work at the moment. Excuse me. But
Yeah.
my question is, I noticed when you were talking about the training sections, there is this. There are some you mentioned. The discount brought it down to 7 something, while others 3 something, and some for 6 months and the other one for 3 months. My question is, for someone that is going for pen testing, are you saying 3 months is enough to get the skills or the exposure he needs to land a job?
Very good question. Absolutely, 100%. The reason why we're doing that is very simple. It's the practicality that we're working with, the structure that we're working with. So just give me a second. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So rather than just learning, rather than sticking to just learning the key, the technologies one after the other, let me show you exactly how it works. So I'm going to show you pen testing, for example, pen testing and this is the internship program, classwork, and you see how this particular thing works. So you see, well, let's take a look at the project. Let's take a look at the first project. Okay. So now the first project, case study for CodeForge Innovators. Okay. Now this you're going to be working with a couple of tools together to give you the experience that you need in order to do into pen testing. So rather than just learning each tool on a one-on-one basis, you're combining them together to solve a real-world problem. Okay, so you see tools like Google, Nmap, Die Search, okay, Directory Search, FTP, John the Reaper, that's for crackstation.net and crackstation.net. Okay, so this is a 2 weeks project. Okay, so you're going to be combining all these tools together to solve a real life project. Okay, so this is one technology, this is just one project, this is a 2 weeks project. Now, in the next 2 weeks again, we are given another project. Okay, this is another project. Okay, so let's take a look at this particular project. CodeForge Active Directory. This is another different project. This is a penetration testing project. CodeForge Innovators, business problem, potential business risk. Let's look at the technologies you're going to be working with for this particular one. Okay. For the project workflow, you're going to be doing reconnaissance, enumeration, and credential extraction. So looking at this again, live classes, you have classes in here that would show you exactly what you need to do. So if you take a look at the classes, they're instructor-led, okay? So you have an instructor, you have a specialist that literally will be holding your hands and guiding you through all the things that you need to learn. So now imagine you doing a project every 2 weeks, combining different applications, combining different tools together to get you what you're looking for. So you do 2 projects this week, 2 projects next month, that's a total of about 6 projects, okay, that would have given you the experience, you know, across different technologies, different scenarios to simulate real life experiences in order for you to get what you're looking for. So it's more than enough, okay? It's enough, okay? And in the same vein, you also have, like I said, you have an expert that is literally going to be holding your hand to guide you through it. So you have absolutely nothing to worry about. So you see, you have also mini projects, okay? So you have the first one, OSINT challenge, okay? You have another one, penetration test on IoT devices. So all these things are there for you to gain the experience that you need. So absolutely, 100%, you need 3 months is more than enough to get the experience that you need, okay? I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah, that answered what I said. The link that you sent, because I'm on my phone and I'm at work, I'm using my iPod and all of that. I'm just trying to avoid being showed for all of that. Is it possible you send it on the WhatsApp group that I got this link from, so that we can pick it up from there?
Yeah, sure, 100%. We'll send it there. We'll send it there.
All right.
I think my guys are on the call. Yeah, to send it there.
All right, thank you very much. That'll be all.
That'll be all for them. Okay, awesome. Okay, somebody indicated saying, please answer my question. Why you not answering my question? Let me see. What's your question again? Let me take it up a bit to see where your question. I'm a parent. I've answered the question. Schooling involved. I think I answered that one also. Indicate, okay, the data analysis course will be getting a certificate or some kind of certificate on common culture. Nika, very brilliant question. I'm going to answer your question with I like to use real life experiences to explain these things when it comes to certificates. So you are not getting a certificate. The key thing here is you want a job, correct? So if you're looking at getting a job, what do you need to get a job? Do you need a certificate to get a job? No, you need experience to get a job. So take, for example, you are looking at data analyst. So let's look at one technology, or let's look at data analyst. Let's actually look for a data analyst role. And you tell me exactly where the certificate actually comes in play. So you're not getting a certificate, you are getting a portfolio of projects that you can showcase to recruiters and employers. You're getting a portfolio. Let me show you the portfolio before we call it a day real quick. Okay, I'm going to show you the portfolio. So this is our website. I'm going to click on portfolio. I'm going to click on portfolio. And you see, this is my current portfolio. I can take this link and share it with you. So you see this link. All right, this is my portfolio. And I can select the projects. I can select the projects. These are the projects I currently have on my own portfolio. So I can select, you see, telecom growth strategies, product campaign metrics, telecom data revolution, cybersecurity. These are the projects I have on in my own project portfolio. So if I click on the project, I can see the projects I've worked on. I can see the files I've worked on. I can see the project. I can see the rationale, the aim of the project, the dashboard I built for this particular project, and so on. So you're getting a portfolio of projects that you can use to showcase the skills that you've learned. So now, why is this portfolio very important? That will take me back to the job search I was doing earlier. All right, so I'm looking at jobs that I posted in the last, let's say jobs that I posted in the last 3 days, okay? Last 3 days. So we have this data analyst role that came up 2 days ago, Erin Associates. Now let's take a look at this particular role and let's see if certification is important in here. This is just a random job. So you see, 3 years of experience working in similar analytics role. Now tell me, what guarantees that you have experience? How do people know you have experience? The projects you worked on, the kind of things that you've done analytically. So where does it show here that you need a certificate to get a job? Okay. Now next, let's look at another one again. Okay. Let's take a look at another one. Okay. So some of it just include providing blah blah blah. Let's just let's look for another. This was posted yesterday. All right. Profile. Okay. Let's take a look at this again. A strong background in data analysis and reporting. All right. Proficiency in data tools. Experience again with data visualization tools like Power BI. Now, keep looking at, just spend the next couple of days looking at roles within this capacity, and you find out that whatever certificate that you're looking at, look at what I talked about today, skills and experience. Skills and experience, not certificate, not skills and certificate. People are looking for skills and certificate. No, it's experience that you're looking for. So the major concern for you is experience and leveraging that experience in order for you to get a job. That's what we do. Business analyst versus data analyst, which is better? Both are very good in NICA. Both are very, very good. Plus, if you need clarity in that question, you can book a clarity session one-on-one where I can answer the question, or any member of the team can answer the questions for you. All right. We would like to know the dates limit for registration. I'll tell you register as soon as possible. So once you get 20 people, we're done. Okay. So I'll tell you should register as soon as possible. I'm currently doing my MSc course in project management, which will be concluded next year. Can I still do the mentorship program, or do I need to? No, you don't. Just, I would say, you don't, anything that has to do with certification, please hold off on certification. Like I said, don't stress. You need to get a job. Okay. You need experience in order for you to get a job. So I would advise you start now. I was talking about my own personal experience, and I spoke about how, I waited to the end of the program before I started applying for jobs. That's one of the biggest mistakes I made. Okay, because I became very desperate. I became very, I was making mistakes and here and there because I was desperate. So what I would say is start now. You don't have to wait to the end of the program. I knew people in my sets. Later on, I knew people in my set that got job offers, but their resumption dates were like 3 months in the future, 4 months in the future. So you could actually get that job offer and they will wait for you. Do you understand? And those are the things that you could actually start to do. Nick, I think I've answered your question. Experience, yes. Do I need more clarity? Okay, yes. So I think I've answered all the questions in here. So what I would say now, on parting note is please take advantage of the discount, get started, okay? And if you're looking at gaining the experience that you need in order for you to get a job, that's exactly where we come in to help you gain the experience, also with employability and so on and so forth. Now, my final question to you guys, my final question. And if you are able to answer this question, I have a special offer for you. So you see, I showed you a tool just now for people that are looking at getting a job. Okay, looking at getting a job, looking at getting started, and you're wondering how to get started. Simple and short. Okay, if I go to jobs today, and you're looking at applying for a job, you don't know how to tailor your CV, you don't know how to get started, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let me just go to one of the job boards. Okay, let's say data analyst in Calgary. Okay, and I'm looking at applying for data analyst roles in Calgary. You know, I can click on this. I could use the tool called CV Matchly to analyze my CV and also, tailor my CV. Now, I would ask a question, and whoever gets this question, I will pay for 3 months subscription for you for this particular tool, for you to be able to apply for jobs and get the things that you're looking for. So if you can get this question, I would ensure you get 3 months access to this tool. Okay, for the next 3, I'll pay for it with my own. It's free. I think the first couple of trials are free or thereabout. So people that get this access, people that get this, okay, you get 3 months access. I would pay 3 months access for you. Now the question is very simple, and that's why I'm going to close it off today. Remember, this particular tool helps you analyze your current CV to the job you want to apply to, okay, and also helps you optimize your CV. Also helps you optimize your CV. So whatever CV currently was 10% I had there, okay, it's optimize your CV to a 90% plus, 90%. So the target score is 90% plus. It will get you to 90% plus. So tailor your CV till you get to 90% plus, and you can apply and get more, traction. Now the good thing about this is, I use this tool. We within the team also use this tool for our interns. So it also keeps track of your job applications. Okay, so you see this is a job I just optimized, July 26th. I just optimized this particular one. So if you're applying for like 10, 15 jobs in a day, it's difficult for you to track the jobs you apply to. It also helps you keep track of those job applications. Okay, in the same vein, all right, it keeps track of those job applications, and you could also generate a cover letter. So if the job you're applying to requires a cover letter, like if it's easy apply, for example, and there's a place where you have to put your cover letter, it can easily generate a cover letter for you. Okay, so looking at this, if I download the CV, this is the CV it has optimized. This is optimized CV that I used. I just added the random CV in there. View cover letter, I can click on view cover letter, and it will also give you the cover letter. So it's going to take your job description, it's going to take your CV and going to do all the stuff for you. But long story short, I'm not here to sell that one. So, but these are the things that I want to pay for 3 months subscription for somebody. Now, the question I'm going to ask is very simple. There are three things you need to get a job. It's fastest fingers, guys. You'll use the chat. 3 things you need to get a job in today's job market. What are those 3 things? Put it in the first person to respond is the person that takes the answer. There are 3 things you need to get a job. Acronyms, I'll take acronyms also. So you can put the 3 things in there. 3 things you need to get a job in today's market. What are those 3 things I talked about? I talked about 3 things. Learn, package, apply, Marie. That was very close. Very close. Adedakpo and Marie. Adedakpo, Olojo, and Marie are the first 2 people that are actually very, very quick. Very quick. That was very quick. So I'll share within the 2 of you. So I'll pay for 2 months. I'll pay for 2 months each for you guys. I'll pay for 2 months each for you guys. Adedakpo and Marie, do you guys fill the attendance form? Let me ask you guys. So that's the only way I can reach out to you guys. Adedakpo. Do you want to unmute yourself, guys? Marie, do you want to unmute yourself? Adedakpo and Marie, do you want to unmute yourself and let me know if you guys fill the attendance form so I can reach out to you? Okay?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Marie. How are you doing today?
Thank you for the opportunity. Actually, I tried filling the form, but I was not able to.
Fill the form.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll tell the crew again to do it one more time, so you can try one more time before we call it a day. Toby, please, could you try to drop the attendance link again so that she can fill the form, and any other person fill the form, so that you can try it again one more time. I did that, Paul. Are you there? Do you hear me? Did you fill the form? Just give me a thumbs up if you filled the form already, so I can reach out to you. Or a member of the team can reach out to you for access. Okay. So these are the things that we'll do for you. Okay. But anyways, Marie tried to see if you can fill the attendance, and we can call it a day. So I have registered already, and I filled today's attendance form. Fantastic, beautiful. I love that. Okay, so Marie, try to fill the form again. Let's see if it works, but just try it again. So thank you guys so much. I really had a wonderful time. And you see, like I said at the start of the session, 10 years of experience, cramming everything into an hour, 30 minutes. Well, I try to keep it to 1 hour, 30 minutes actually. But I know with the question and answer and all that, I spilled into, a couple of more minutes. But I had a wonderful time, and I'm pretty sure you did have a wonderful time also. Thank you very much for taking our time today. Okay, please do not hesitate to get started. Click the registration link, pay, and secure a discount now. Okay, not tomorrow. Secure it now. So thank you very much, everyone. And Marie, if possible, if you still can't fill the attendance form, please just send me a message on LinkedIn. Okay, and we'll definitely reach out to you. Okay. Thank you very much. Do have a wonderful day, guys. Really appreciate everyone that joined the session today. I had a wonderful time, and I'm pretty sure you did also. Thank you very much, and bye for now, guys. Bye, everyone.